I'm Eva O, and this is the Teakink podcast. I've been a dominatrix since 2011, and I would like to spill the tea on my life. Thank you for listening. Sex work versus marriage. It's a trap. Don't do it. Marriage, that is. So I've been married twice now. Various official and unofficial ways, but we can go into that another time. I've been proposed to many times. I've been engaged to a few more times than that. So I have very much participated in the attempted institution of marriage. And all I can say is that the way that I did it was absolutely not worth it. The heartache of divorce, the heartache of negotiating prenups, the paperwork, the lawyer, it's a lot of legalities. And I don't see the appeal. I really don't. I mean, I get the appeal. Like, people like weddings, it seems. Yeah. I guess it's like a big day celebration of yourself. And that doesn't happen for most people very often, whereas I kind of feel celebrated all the time. Maybe that's why I'm not getting into that. But yeah. And I guess people are also doing it because they think like, oh, it's a measure of success of a life. But there's a lot of paperwork, and there's a lot of, like what I spoke about in the last episode on relationships, there's a lot of unpaid labor for years and years and years, potentially. Precious time to me. And similar to the relationship episode, I can see how there are benefits, and I have experienced some of them, like when I was homed and housed, and I was able to work or not work and had more creative freedom to my life. That was quite nice. But you can do that without the paperwork, I think. I think that these things can be created and negotiated without that paperwork. Paperwork. Don't like the paperwork. Yeah. So the first time that I did it, it was okay. So I've been there. Like, I thought that it would bring me security. I thought that this is feeling a little touch and go. I will accept this offer of yours to make it more entrenched so that I feel like the financial life that we have built will stay there. Everything was in his name. Mistake. Yeah. And then that really didn't happen upon divorce, clearly. And then the second one, it was more a matter of convenience. Reasons that I can't go into legally right now. But it did feel like fairly natural. Nobody was crazy attached to the idea, but it really made sense. But getting out of it is a nightmare. So unless you're going to get some serious benefit for all of the potential strife, I cannot back the concept. And I get it if you see it as a measure of success, but unpack that, won't you? Unpack where it comes from, what kind of legacy it lives in, and understand that you are attaching yourself to this legacy that might not serve you and does not serve women overall. I understand fully that an individual's choice in what they hope to do with their lives is theirs, and I support that, but I would like everybody to do so with more clarity. Some would say that, how could I choose sex work? It's like, how could you choose marriage? It's yours is an institutionalized acceptance and requires less investigation than it takes to follow a path of sex work to this degree. Because everybody's constantly questioning why I would do this, or what about it is appealing, or there's loads of investigation that needs to happen in order for me to be able to stick it out. And there's loads of benefit that needs to happen in order for me to stick it out, and there has been. But it's like that opportunity to investigate why marriage is working for you just isn't there, because it's something that you were told that you needed to do and that you have just accepted. But is the paperwork worth it? Is the fact that stability doesn't actually exist unless it is your own financial stability? And I think that sex work has also given me that opportunity. Like, those marriages that I had before were predicated on sort of some independence as well as some internal financial stability, but I did not walk away from them with anything, really. And it was just like another relationship with more hassle. Yeah. And so I think unless you're going to walk away really feeling like that person has helped me improve my life in some way, whether that's financially or whether that's in being able to provide to the point where you can create an occupation, a career independent of that in order to then platform yourself, then why are we engaging at all? And I guess this kind of goes back to the relationships episode a little bit and actually all of this series. It's like, I think the most important thing is for us to question, why are we engaging at all? Because relationships, marriages, dating, like engaging with people, it all takes so much energy and effort. And it is a gift in the ways that it can teach us about ourselves and other people. And it is wonderful when that is reciprocated in kind and it can uplift us. But a lot of the times we are taught to withstand being dragged down or dragging people along and trying to coach them into a way of being so that they can either be tolerable or try to meet you in some way. And this script for the cishet man and woman should no longer be. I'm not writing them off entirely, or if you're listening, you. It's just women need to be more self-critical and men need to get their shit together and like their emotional lives together and stop relying on women for that shit unless you're ready to pay the fuck up. It's like, pay them for their independence so that they don't have to rely on you, but you're not because you want to rely on them. Perhaps. Is that what's happening? You want them to rely on you so that you can rely on them. I guess that's a cycle, isn't it? But I'm not interested in this anymore. Sex work has given me financial freedom and a lot of experience seeing all of these men. And I'm here because I want my life to have some worth. Well, I haven't. And worth to me means breaking cycles that don't serve us and helping others to do the same. And whether that's through things like this podcast or funding orgs focused on sex workers and women, or writing my memoir that's taken me years, but will hopefully help more people see something new. then that's my focus. And I think that I've come to a point in my life after all of this dating and relationships and marriages where it's just like, enough. I have gone through all of this experience. I have loved some of it. I have learned a lot. I have thankfully been earning money doing it for almost half my life now. And enough. No more scripts. And I'm going to look at where I'm at and what works for me. And I'm going to make sure that I measure everybody that I meet and say, do you uplift me? Do you help me? Or do you hinder me? Because so much of my time has been spent on the latter. No more. So this mini-series has been a letter to me, as well as maybe part dating profile, perhaps. Yeah, but I hope it's been useful in some ways. I'm sure it has been, because it's been all of these lessons that I wish I had known 20 years ago. And I'm thinking now from the perspective of me 20 years ago, hearing these things, and a lot of it makes a lot of sense. It's great, very useful, and it would make me think, and it would make me restructure, perhaps. But that 20 years ago me would also feel like, oh, but I love the love. I love the highs and the lows. And I think that, when you're 20, sure, do the highs and the lows, but also at the same time, really think about what it is that you want out of your life. Because whether or not you're thinking about it yet, you only have this opportunity, or at least as we know, and this one opportunity of life. And we can ride these highs and lows. We can live for ourselves, or we can start to understand that that could be a larger sense. And I'm not sure how many people can live selfishly happily forever. I think what I've learned, luckily, fairly early on, and then it's grown into a real understanding, is that because we are socially driven, there's something about purpose in a wider way that really helps to feel good. Make us feel good about life and what we're doing with ours. And so I think that those selfish, self-absorbed oxytocin rides, really fun. And I get it, that's what you want to spend your time and your investment on. But it comes a point when the heartache will outweigh the joy, and you'll wonder what you did with all of that time and how you're going to rectify it, and whether it's too late. And I'm lucky that I don't feel that it's too late, and that I have financial resource in order to support my mission. Yeah. So go sex work. Yeah, sex work for the win. It's given me a lot. It's given me a lot of perspective, money, connections, access to people that I wouldn't normally have access to, have given me great advice along the way. Really, it's given me access to really shitty people, and I've learned how to quickly send them off and blacklist them on all of the wonderful sex worker networks around the world. And yeah, so thank you, sex work, for teaching me so much and giving me an ability to understand my purpose. And I hope that this has been a useful and entertaining miniseries for you. It actually has meant a lot to me now that I'm thinking back on it. Maybe I'll do a little video follow-up on it at some point, but for now I'm going to let all of my little reflections sort of sit, and I hope that you do too. So as always, thank you so much for listening, and I'll speak to you next time.